So Pierre came last year to help out with the Bellawood 100th anniversary event. In the time since, he helped out with a dozen of museum education events. He even made a cameo at one of my distance learning videos for World War I. It was awesome. He was the best. In fact, we kind of built this whole mascot competing thing from his idea. If it was up to us, we would have just named Pierre the next mascot. He was our unofficial one for so long anyway. I came in early on Tuesday morning to prepare for a distance learning program. We were going to do it for a school in Germany, so I got here around 6:30 a.m. I noticed a large smudge on the glass across from the elevators when I came in, but didn't think anything of it. None of the education staff attended the party the night before. Since we were the ones that were supposed to vote the next day, didn't want to show favorites, right? I was getting ready to come downstairs when Smith and Wilbur called me to tell me what happened. They seemed genuinely shocked. And I commented that they were there to clean up the mess from the night before, but they remembered there were black feathers everywhere. We were planning to vote in Classroom Bravo, so they wanted to make sure everything was shipshape. 2019 was going to be our year. I can't believe this is happening.
I was already a bit tired from Edward the Eagle's long lecture about symbolism and Marine Corps history. Ooh, but I wanted to make an appearance at the party thrown for us. It was the right thing to do, after all. Ooh. By the time I got the cake, there were only 5 slices left. Edward served one to everyone who wanted a piece. About 20 or so minutes later, after I ate the cake, I was itchy to get back. See, I'm nocturnal after all, and it was turning dark. Ooh. But right at that moment, I started to feel sick to my stomach. Cheryl felt the same way, so I figured it would be a convenient way for us to make our exit. We went back to the camp to sleep it off. It was definitely one evening I was not going to take a part of. Ranger Becky was there on the campsite in the evening around 7 p.m. to check on us to make sure we were feeling okay. We felt better over time and drank plenty of water to flush out our systems. After that, sleep came easy for us. Ooh. It must have been close to 11 p.m. when Edward the Eagle and Bill the Bat returned to the campsite to sleep. Although I was half asleep, I found it odd because Pierre didn't return with them. One of the two had a dark brown substance that trailed into the campsite. I can't remember which one. I thought nothing of it and woke up and Pierre had died. Ooh.
I first want to say how sad I am that Pierre's gone. Ugh. He was one of the first of us to come here, but he treated all of us warmly. This is so unfortunate. He understood the competition, but wanted the best candidate to win, and we all know he was a shoo-in. I can account for my whereabouts the entire day. After the lecture finished at 2 p.m., I joined Smith and Wilbur at Tun Tavern, but I didn't eat anything. After resting at the campsite for a few hours, I went to our get-together to celebrate all of us competitors. It was the right thing to do, after all. But I was surprised to find the cake there, as if somebody whipped it up out of nowhere. It must have taken some serious skill to do. There must have been something in that cake, because about 15 or 20 minutes after, I began to feel ill. Olivia felt the same way. As I was leaving, Olivia and I looked back at Pierre, who had a sense of worry in his eyes. Like, what does it even mean? I don't know. I could sense something was wrong, but I couldn't place it at the time. My stomach hurt too much to even worry about it. I wish I had stayed, though, given what happened. That was around 7 p.m., I believe. I spent the rest of the evening back at the campsite nursing an upset tummy. I fell asleep around 7:30 p.m. and woke up to the sad news. Becky the park ranger can confirm I was there all night. Who can think about voting for the next mascot with this kind of tragedy at hand, right? Like some psycho. I'm sorry that I'm so emotional. You see, I'm a Pisces.